Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel for this week's plan with me. Last week was a pretty productive week. I did a lot of editing for the book that I've been working on, and I'm in the home stretch with it, which is exciting. So I quickly go through and mark off what I got done, what I didn't, and for this week's wins, I put that the developmental editing went amazing. I think that Lex's birthday was a success, and I got a new Kindle. So this next week, I ended up barely doing anything. I had to do stuff by the end of the week, but for the first few days, I put rest and recover for how I would improve, because I just felt a little burnt out, and we had a rough week. So I just bunkered down in my room with the Kindle, and I seriously read a book a day for the first 3 days of this week, which was fun. So on my personal to-do list, I put down deposit checks. I had my last paycheck from the restaurant I worked at. It was $40 because it was just that one Monday before everything got shut down. And then I had a Christmas check that somebody had sent to the wrong address, and then they realized it, and so they sent me another one, which was very, very nice of them. I also needed to check on health insurance stuff and order groceries, so I put those down. And then I put some blue mild liner highlighting in the main goal, because that's for my household personal to-dos, and I put down self-care and this little bar of chocolate, even though I didn't actually have chocolate. Well, I guess I had Reese's peanut butter cups for the first few days. Now I tried to put down this enjoy the little things sticker, and while these recollections boxes are pretty, because you can take them apart, you can't really use them as full boxes like I was trying to do, because it's hard to get them back together again. So to start off, I put down this little reading munchkin and divided up the week as per usual with some washi tape. I decided to use this kit from Station Stickers that I've had for a while, and my heart just broke because I love these stickers, and it's always my plan to go back to this subscription once I've burned through some of my sticker stash, and they actually closed permanently at the end of this month, and it broke my heart so deeply because they're one of my favorite stores, and they were affordable and just beautiful, beautiful stickers in their monthly subscription. But it's too late. I can't do anything about it. I wish I'd been subscribed, but oh well. So I layered this quarter box under the munchkin that was reading to jot down that I read Wilder Girls on Monday, and I used this me time label. And then I marked down that I did my yoga. I put down these decorative florals, and it's really just down to the basics for the first half of this week. Next, I put down this pretty foiled planner, but it looked a little too dark and didn't really match the rest of what was going on in the spread, so I ended up switching it out. But you'll see that. I used a half box and these little heart check dots to jot down that I was reading The Chamber of Secrets and My Year of Rest and Relaxation, which was perfect for my week of rest and relaxation. It was an interesting book. I don't think it was good for if you're feeling a little depressed, but I powered through and I enjoyed it. That evening, I was going to batch cook, so I put this circle with a to-do label and a little sandwich to mark down that session. Then Wednesday, back at it reading. I used a little coffee monster who was reading with a pile of books around it. I read the book The River, which I really enjoyed. I just realized I should recommend that to my sister. She was asking for book recommendations. And then I put, instead of the planner, a little coffee monster that was sleeping, just to show the rest and relaxation part of my week. Again, pulling from the kit, I used the Circle Love This sticker, and then from the Recollections sticker collection that I have, this little spoon and fork to mark down that I'm finishing batch cooking. instead of putting my routine in the habit skill section, which has sort of been abandoned, I put down the things that I wanted to make sure I'm doing every day, like yoga, practicing Spanish, and watering my plants. The problem is that I never check my planner every day, and that's why I tried to make it part of my routine. But I like to plan out the week and then reference it when I don't know what I'm supposed to do that day. So I'm not usually somebody who just puts in random deco on my spreads, as I'm sure you've noticed. It's always with the theme of what I'm doing. But this kit included these really pretty florals, and I think for a week full of just relaxation and not a bunch of to-dos, it filled up the space nicely and added to the spa-like effect. So it is a little bit different than my usual spreads that are usually more functional based, and I think it's perfect that this kit pulled in soft colors. It does still have the purple and pink for my YouTube and podcast stuff, but it's mostly just all about self-care. So for Thursday, I put down a page flag with a little teacup from the Once More with Love shop tea set. And there's this little script that says planning. It's a little hard to read, but it gets the job done. And then in this blue quarter box, I put that I started reading Where the Crawdad Sings. That is where my streak of reading a book a day broke. I'm actually still reading it a couple weeks later, but I'm going to finish it today, I believe. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a great book. I used this pink read label to go with it, and I also marked down that I was reading Prisoner of Azkaban. So to go with the theme of reading a bunch of books this week, I decided to jot down the books that I wanted to get through. I didn't get through all of them. One other book that's on my list to read is Red, White, and Royal Blue. I'm trying to do the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge, and that is something that will fill in a bunch of different categories, so I can choose which one I'm going to check off for that. And I put that my reward for self-care is reading Harry Potter, it is both the reward and the goal in and of itself. I haven't read Harry Potter in a long time because I know that other things exist and I need to broaden my horizons and whatnot. And I think I've done that. It's been several years since I've read it, so I gave myself a break. And of course I'm obsessed, and you get more out of it the more space you take from it. So I had put down a little Ron Weasley sticker next to the Prisoner of Azkaban check mark on Thursday, but I didn't really like how the spacing was working. On Thursday night, we recorded for our podcast, and so I put a purple half circle that says "with love" and a little happy munchkin to mark that down. And then on Friday, I knew I needed to get back to work, so I put down first a little page flag to mark down again that I was reading Prisoner of Azkaban. I put a label that says work hard, play hard, and only hit snooze 3 times. And I repurposed the Ron Weasley sticker there instead. Then for the evening, I put a never quit label with my girl boss munchkin and a few to-dos. I wanted to work on YouTube, podcasts, and editing, all of the above, and just get back to being productive. Now for Saturday, I had put down this arrow and a remember label because we did the Movies pop-up. It was Kevin Smith's pop-up for a charity, and it could only be takeout, of course, but they had these really cool lunchbox, Happy Meal style Movies box, and a lasagna sandwich, chocolate pretzels, a bunch of Kevin Smith movie references, which was super fun. And he had a vegan option, luckily for me, because he is now vegan as well. And then I put this little coffee hat wearing coffee monster with a teapot, a coffee pot and a cup, and a work label because I was given a press release to work on, so I got to work on that on Saturday. And then Sunday, I was intending to record YouTube and plan, but as you will discover, I actually ended up skipping the next week in my planner. It was a very productive week, but because I had so much to do, I only had so much steam available, and I wanted to focus on getting some to-dos done, and the plan with me recording session is one of the things that didn't survive the chopping block. And then just to fill up the space on Sunday, I labeled a few relax, like a boss, stickers, and pajamas all day, and a little munchkin, I believe it is. Yeah, it's a munchkin listening to music. Not that I listen to music. I've been listening to audiobooks, but you get it. There's the work hard, play hard label. And only hit snooze 3 times. I took that as an instruction to hit it 3 times. Not that I've been setting alarms. You get this quarantine life, I'm sure. Though I'm sure not all of you are in quarantine. Now, I ended up not liking how the Enjoy the Little Things sticker looked. It started to look a little orange or off-white in a way that didn't match with the rest of the spread. So I tried to label this Pumpkin Paper Co. cookie baking lady, but it didn't do the job. So I moved her over so as not to waste her because she's cute. And found another Recollection sticker that was pink and said coffee please that matched a little more closely. And then I didn't know how to fill up the space in this section, but finally I used this blue bar from the kit from Station Stickers, and I pulled out a Mambi sticker book that wasn't actually in my collection that I set aside for using in this planner, but I think since this week is a little different from the others, it worked. And I put in a constellation and an arrow and some script that said find your wild, and I think it looked pretty and relaxing and fit really well with the Zen vibes of this week's spread. So that is it for this week's plan with me. I hope you guys are doing well and reading lots of books and drinking lots of coffee as well. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. It really helps out, especially during these times. I'm hoping someday that I'll be able to monetize this channel again, but it seems like that's not really in the cards anytime soon. But any support is, of course, appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.